everybody, welcome back to more RPG Maker MZ tutorials. In this lesson, we're going to introduce a party member like a boss. Firstly, we're going to set up this party member, just for example sakes. I'm just going to build this ahead of time. It's for the Smash game I've been developing. Fighter faces one, this one. And this is a front view game, so we don't need any of that. Alright, what we're going to do is do something different with our party member intros. There are a million different ways to do this. This is just one example, but I like to do this just to make sure it catches the player's eyes. So we're going to start by making a new event. You could do this with any event. You could just place this anywhere. We're just going to do a party member for the name. The name is negligible. We're going to put the character we want to use for this party member in the picture. Now, here comes the fun part. Now, here are a few things you'll need before doing this. Now, let me just see if I can find them. Here it is. What you will need is something you can use to rotate a picture for the background. You can do whatever you want with it. You can make it tween or just move around the screen or rotate. I don't care. A picture of whoever your party member is. You can, for instance, since I'm doing this for Mario, I have a picture of Mario. A picture of the new party member text, if you like typography. You can also use the text picture plugin to just write the text. It saves a bit of memory. Anyway, you can have this as static text as an image, or you can use the text picture plugin to make a text. And now, about the pictures. You will need to make sure the pictures go in Image Pictures. Image Pictures, this folder right here. Already placed a bunch of pictures in here for later lessons. Don't mind it. We're going to close this, and we're going to make sure that we're going to add the party member. You can just fit this in with any piece of dialogue, or just whatever sort of event you want. But we're just going to do this on a blank event just for example's sakes. Blah, party member, Alright, so, and also to catch the viewer's attention, I highly suggest changing the music. So, it's an audio and video, play BGM. I highly recommend you make something that loops just so it seems very smooth. Now, I had it somewhere. There it is. This is actually just the music. This is actually just the music from Super Princess Peach whenever you get a new ability. I just renamed it just this for this purpose. You can name this whatever you want. Make sure you know what it is for later. I'm just playing this just for an example's sake. Alright, and keep in mind this loops. So, we're going to play this. Now, we're going to show a few pictures. We're going to start by showing picture. I highly suggest that your picture of the party member is at the top or somewhere in the middle if you want the text to be over the character. Yes. So, what we're going to do, since we're introducing Mario, we're going to grab Mario's picture, grab this, set the origin to center. Now, try to do this as close to the center of the screen as you can. Now, Mario is going to be picture number 3. Oh, and by the way, whenever you're doing a picture, this number is showing what layer it is. 1 is in the back, and 99 is at the front. So, we're going to have this. Oh, and by the way, if you want to tween it in, set the opacity to 0 so he just fades in. Now we're going to show the background pictures. The first picture, which is going to be this magic circle, which I found off Google. Origin center, quick setting. Wait, hold on. Does this actually have to be 1? And, oh, 1 is at the front, 99 is the back. My bad. Let's see. Image 2, origin center. Now we're going to grab this magic circle. Now, this may be different depending on what resolution your game is. We're going to test this for now just to make sure if my hypothesis with picture layering is correct. Wait, hang on. I forgot that Mario's at 0. Hang on. Technical difficulties, everyone. 255 is the maximum. By the way, there are, I think... Wait, did I not save it? Oh. Oh, by the way, make sure you don't have two pictures with the same number. The one that's done last will overwrite the original picture. Yep, 1 is at the back. Yep, my hypothesis was completely wrong. Number 1 is at the back. Alright, so this is picture 3. This is picture 1. Oh, and by the way, I highly recommend you set all of this to 0. You set all the opacity to 0 just so you can have that cool tweening effect. It's a tween, but it's more like a fade-in tween. Now, what we're going to do with these pictures is we're going to rotate each of them. Rotate picture number 1. Oh, and by the way, about the rotation, if it's negative, it will spin counterclockwise. If it's positive, it will spin clockwise. The higher the number, the faster the speed will be. Now let's do the same. Let's make it go backwards. Make it go the other way. Yes. Now let's tween all these pictures. The move picture is essentially just a picture tween. For those of you who don't know what a tween is, it's short for in between. In animation, it usually portrays an object moving from one position to another, or changing its status. You can also add an ease to this if you want. I don't blame you if you don't want to use that. I'll probably use a slow end for each of these. Now we're going to copy this, do the same for picture number 2. Oh, and don't wait for the completion. If you want it to be a bit faster, don't wait for completion. Yeah, it would be better to do that just to make sure your player doesn't get bored looking at the screen for too long. Anyway, let's show the next picture. Show picture number 4. And now this is going to be our new party member text. I prepared this image in advance. Center, quick setting. (640, 160), a little bit higher. That should be good. Okay, opacity 0. Copy that, paste there, edit. Alright, picture number 4, quick setting. Make sure it's on the same position. Now let's do a wait for completion on this one. No wait. Yeah, let's do a wait for completion on that one just to make sure we don't know the player has the player knowing what character is new to the party. Oh, and by the way, make sure your images are PNG formatted on transparency. That'll make it a whole lot easier to see. Oh, and by the way, PNGs are the only image format that RPG Maker MZ recognizes, so keep that in mind. Next, we're going to move. Nope. We're going to show picture number 5. But this time we're going to leave it as blank. $640. Now let's just make sure I got this right. Now, if we need to do this, we're going to need the text picture plugin. I put it right here. So, you need to set the text picture and then show the picture without using an image. So what we're going to do is go back to this event, because I made a mistake, plugin command, the text picture, set text picture, and we're going to, you can use a control character just so you can have a custom name for the party. Like you could just type N1 and that will still work. Or you can just use a static text. Move this up. Oh wait, forgot to make this opaque. Forgot to make this transparent. Turn off wait for completion. Oh wait, turn it on. Yeah. Alright, now that picture number 5 is done, now we're going to do an event. Now we're going to do a small thing just to make sure the player can watch this a little. So we're going to show text and have it say nothing. Bottom, and have the background be transparent, just so the player can't see it that easily. It might be blank, but it is good to make sure we know that it's something that the player can use to advance the text. Once it's done, we're going to move each picture to be completely blank. Oh, I almost forgot. Can't forget about the actual party member itself. Silly me. Paste that. Edit. Number 3. That's perfect. Now, if you want, you can move this to a different position. Maybe you could like move it over here, maybe off the screen. Sorry, that slid onto my second monitor. Now let's do this with all the images. Let's see. Oh. Image number 3. Wait. Ah, there it is. This one will probably just be a little off screen. Now we do picture number 4. what we're going to do with this one is that we're going to raise it off screen. That should be good. Paste. Now for image number 5. Now let's just make sure it can be tweened. Now what we're going to do is erase every picture so we don't waste memory. Erase picture 1, copy, paste, 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 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, and I can't forget the most important part to adding any party member. Of course, adding the party member. Of course, you can add and initialize it. It's all up to you. Now, let's test this out. Let's test this out in game. It appears that I made a light error with my text placement. Oops, forgot a few things. Firstly, what we're going to do is fix the text placement of this one. Now we gotta fix that BGM. I'm gonna fade out the BGM by 1 second, and we're going to play what the original music was, which in this case was, I think, The Road is Full of Dangers. Yes, that's the one. You don't necessarily have to follow every step. You can play around with this stuff and just see what you like most. Now look at how cool this is. It might be the wrong name, but still, you can use a picture for the text for the name, and it will still work just fine. You can also practice your typography with this. Let's see. Now I think I know. Wait, hang on. So we can all sync this image, new, wait for 1 second. Since RPG Maker runs at 60 frames per second, it'll be perfect to line it up with the fade outs. Now that is perfect. Feel free to use what you learned and see if you can make a cool party member intro. You don't necessarily have to make it exactly like this. Like I said earlier, there are a million ways to do it. But whatever way you do should best fit your vision for making games. Feel free to play around with the settings or play around with pictures. See what you can do. I hope to see whatever you can make someday. Anyways, signing off. See you next tutorial.